you running. Hot top, Empire, Blake Jackson,
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Muma Center. I appreciate your time here today. We really thank you for taking the middle of your day out and being here to support the new head coach, this program, and this school. Let me introduce myself first of all. My name is Jim Lighthall. I just finished my 26th year doing radio play-by-play for men's basketball. That's 832 games that I've seen. I've seen a lot of chapters with this school. I walked on this campus in the fall of 1984, and honestly, I don't think I've ever left. I handed a lot of tabs, cans of tab. Kids don't even know what tab is anymore. Cans of tab to Lee Rose. Bobby Pascal put me through a walk-on tryout. And then I worked with Seth Greenberg and Robert McCullum and Stan Heath and Orlando Antigua and Murray Bartow and Brian Gregory. And that brings us to today and the significance of this event and the future of USF men's basketball. You know, these kinds of decisions aren't made very easily, and frankly, I don't envy the people that have to make them. But just like all of you, I love this school, and we love this program. We want unrivaled success, and I think our leadership has found the guy that can bring that to the Tampa Bay area. I don't just like this hire, I love this hire. Now, we got a lot to get to in a short amount of time, so let's get this thing rolling. How about the USF Board of Trustees Chair, Will Weatherford?
Thank you, Jim. Appreciate you kicking this off for us and everything you do for USF basketball and this university. Today's a big day for the University of South Florida and for the Bull Nation. Coach, it's an honor to have you, your wife Ari, your family, your loved ones, to be with you. You and I have a lot in common, maybe more than you think, but we both come from very abnormally large families. But I always thought my family of 9 was pretty big until I met Coach, and he's from a family of 13, which is incredible. And we're about the same age. We both have young families. We both love sports, and we both want to have impact on the people we work with. And your personality, your character, your competence, your passion is so easy to see the first time that someone meets you. And I'm excited for what that character and that competence and what that passion will bring to this university. I happened to catch a press conference that Coach was giving live after the NCAA tournament, and Coach got choked up talking about his team, talking about his players, talking about the journey. But it wasn't the success of this season that made you emotional and excited. It was the pride that you had in the young men and what they had done over the last 4 years to get to that situation and into that moment that they've been working for. And what I saw in that situation was someone who loved their players, someone who loved these young men. And it's no secret, it's not the best players who win, it's the best teams who win. And the best teams love each other, and they care about each other, and they're willing to put in the work for each other. And Coach, I know that's what you believe. I know that's who you are. I know that's what you bring to this university. And another person who shares that ideology and shares that passion and shares that competence and shares this ability to lead other people is our president, Rhea Law. We're honored to have her as our president. This is a big day for her. It's a big day for us. It's a big day for you. And so without any further ado, I'd like to introduce the president of the University of South Florida, President Rhea Law. Go Bulls!
Well, first of all, let me just say thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you who are here today You are the people that support us. You are the people that cheer us on all the time. You support our players, you support our coaches, and you support the people within the university that just know how important athletics are to a great university. So we're here today to really celebrate the fact that we have someone who's going to bring our men's basketball team to the next level. Why do I know that? I know that from just very small research that I've done, but then from talking with our new coach. I spoke with him yesterday, and I hung up the phone from talking to you, and I thought, now there's a man that's committed. There's a man that's focused on success. And there's a person, I could feel the energy and the excitement about being here at the University of South Florida, and that was so exciting for me. I thought, we've got the right guy, and we're going to go there. You know, and so with that, let me just say, Coach, thank you so much for being here. To your lovely wife, Ari, a fellow lawyer, yay, and also to your wonderful children. We have here Layla, Lanny, and Aiden, correct? Let's give them a round of applause. Now, I talked about a little bit of research, so let me tell you what I did find out about our new coach. He led a massive turnaround from Kennesaw State over the last 4 years. The team went from winning just one game in 2019-20 to earning their first NCAA Division I tournament bid. So what does that mean? That means that our new coach is a leader, someone who's willing to take a challenge, create a plan, follow the plan, have the perseverance to bring others around him, be a leader to inspire others, and then to accomplish the goal. And that's exactly what we need here at the University of South Florida. So I am so, so happy about that. You know, we heard about the interview that you had. There's another thing that I saw in that, not just your love for the athletes, not just your love for the game, but your tenacity in the fact that you had seen a promise through. And I know that you promised me that we were going to move forward in this, and I know that you will see the promise true. So with that, let me also thank our wonderful athletic director, Vice President of Athletics, Michael Kelly. He has led this effort. Go ahead, you can. You know, in all instances, when he started this search, he said, I'm going to find the very best person for the University of South Florida. I believe that he has accomplished his goal, and I am so thankful for everything that you've done for us. You work so hard, and the best part is you get results. So let's give a big round of applause for our AD, and come on up.
All right, horns up, everybody. Let's get it started. It's a great day in Tampa Bay and a great day for Tampa Bay's Home for Hoops here at USF. We are so excited to have our great coach. Coach Amir is exactly what we need here. He is the right person at the right time in not only USF's history, the right time in the history of college sports and everything that's happening right now. So, Coach Amir, we're so excited that you're here. You know, everything we were searching for in a coach and our leader for our next to lead our program forward, we found everything in Coach Amir. And bottom line is experience. What are you looking for? An accomplished college player, an accomplished assistant coach at many, many levels. Been a part of postseason squads when they were at Murray State, whether it's College of Charleston, Texas A&M, Georgia, a lot of different things, both from success all over. And I love the way when you can see how things are done in different places, right? You always kind of learn as you move on throughout your life as to things that you want to do, things that you don't want to do, and become genuine and true to yourself. And that's what Coach done, is he's been able to evolve, and then evolve in a big way, having gone through these last 4 years as a head coach, to be able to do everything that President Law just said, to kind of have the perseverance, to kind of show the program building abilities to move on, to have a successful historic year at Kennesaw State with what just transpired, and them going on to the NCAA tournament for the first time in their Division I history. We also know in these times you need a proven recruiter. And this is a man that when we counted up when we were interviewing one of our many meetings, over double-digit pros that have come through his development and his recruiting. That's big time. Players that come to the University of South Florida want to go to the highest level. He knows how to get it done, both in terms of finding them and developing them, and that's key. Has a plan for success, right? He's been through a lot, learned from a lot of coaches, learned from a lot of players, learned from his brother, learned from his 13 family members, his parents. Obviously, you learn everything that you can do. But a clear plan for what he wants to do on staffing, clear plan on what he wants to do in recruiting. Obviously, he wants to play an exciting brand of ball that's going to get fans continue to pack the Yuengling Center and get us to everywhere we want to go. But as I've said before in different forms, the key about today and the key about today's time in the modern day of college athletics is he has worked to provide an unparalleled student-athlete experience. It's been talked about already. Everyone's watched kind of what happened. It's how is it about we before me? How is it about the team goals before anything else? How do we make sure that our young men in this case, or our young men and women overall here at USF, have an unparalleled student-athlete experience? It's the top of our strategic plan. We live it, we preach it, and we're developing with all the facilities you've seen that have been built, with all the things we've done to our program in terms of adding into the budgets, and obviously being able to adapt to the new modern era of what we can provide, even more things to our student-athletes. All those things are important. But one thing that never goes out of style is passion and hard work. And as you probably saw, at 1 o'clock in the morning, he got off a plane with his family, went straight downtown for a photo shoot and a video shoot, and sent a video to Bulls Nation. That's time to go to work. We're ready to go to work. He's ready to lead us in this work, to lead us to this next level. And anyone that wants to do that at 1 a.m. and continue on, he hasn't probably slept a minute yet, that's the kind of person and the kind of passion we need around here. So I say all those things because it comes down to what I think we need the most right now, and that's an identity. What's the identity of Bulls basketball? And to me, it's kind of coming back to it's a blue-collar culture of connectedness, adaptation, and hard work, as I've stressed before. Connectedness is what you saw out of the team that he's coached before. Those players were together. Those players had each other's back. That's crucial. But it's not just about the players. It extends to the basketball staff, extends to Team USF, which is what we refer to all USF employees, having that type of bonding and that connectedness, taking it to the community at large. Everybody's got a role. Everyone wants USF basketball to be all that we want it to be, but we all have a role to play, and Amir is the right leader to kind of bring us to that type of connectedness. Adaptation, I've talked about the new world, folks. We got to be able to adjust to the way that we can play. The game has changed. How does the game get played? It's changed in terms of, again, back to the student-athlete welfare and experience things that we're mastering here at USF. So we're going to adjust to that new thing. And obviously, again, back to the hard work style that never goes out of style. So let's get behind this coach. He is the right coach for this right pivotal time. And, when you put it all together and you think about our roles, and I'll say it again, let's buy the tickets to pack the Yuengling Center. Let's support the Bulls Club to give our student athletes, especially our men's basketball and women's basketball players, everything that they need operationally. And let's look to ways to support our student athletes through the benefits they can now extend through NIL. We've got the Bull Marketplace Exchange that's available for our businesses and community. And obviously, we've got the Fowler Avenue Collective to help them. So let's pack the Yuengling Center. Let's support our Bulls Club. Let's support our student athletes through NIL. And we're going to have the success because we've got the right coach. He's going to put the right staff and help lead our players to the next level. So get behind them. Let's celebrate this great day, Bulls Nation. And Jim's going to get our new coach introduced in just 1 second. So let's get ready to greet our great new head coach, Amir Abdur-Rahim. Coach, let off.
All right, if you can turn your attention to the video boards, you'll enjoy this.
"40 minutes, night in, night out. Every game, all we've got to show the world our vision for South Florida basketball. Who we are, who we can be. Under the lights of the Yuengling Center. Together. For our Bay Area, for our university, for our loyal herd. This is more than a game. This is passion, pride, and perseverance. This is Bulls basketball. Please welcome head coach Amir Abdur-Rahim.
Here he is, your new head coach, Amir Abdur-Rahim.
Be honest with you guys. Always be honest. I hadn't been this nervous since I met my wife 13 years ago. But one thing you'll notice about me, I settled in pretty quickly. All right. With that being said, good afternoon, everyone. What a time to be a South Florida Bull. What a time. All right. I'm so thankful for praying family and friends. When you trust in God and you trust in His plan, amazing opportunities are presented to you, okay? And what an amazing opportunity it is to be your head coach. So give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you. I want to start by thanking President Rhea Law, Director of Athletics Michael Kelly, Will Weatherford, and everyone involved in my hire for entrusting me with the future of South Florida basketball. I view the responsibility that comes with being the head coach here as a privilege, okay? As an absolute privilege. Every day that I wake up and my feet hit the ground, all right, listen to me now. Every day that I wake up and my feet hit the ground as your head coach, I will represent this university, this program, and this community at the highest level. I promise it will not be a day you'll be cheated with me as your head coach. I don't want the thank you to stop there because I had a call yesterday with Les Muma, and man, to be standing here in this beautiful facility that they were so generous to give us, to grant us this opportunity to walk in here every day is second to none. Bulls Nation, I've been at the best of the best. This facility is second to none, okay? Les, Pam, your generosity, your love, and your support for USF basketball is on full display, and it's appreciated. And again, there won't ever be a day that we step foot in this facility where myself, my staff, or our guys will take that for granted. We are going to work and show you how much we appreciate your love, support, and generosity. I'm going to hit a few recognitions, so bear with me, okay? 3 years ago, right as the pandemic was hitting, my father, William Abdur-Rahim, passed away. And my father was my first coach, all right? My first coach. What does that mean? He was my first example of what a leader is and how he should carry himself. My mother, Deborah Hester, who I'm sure is watching online. Man, she is my source of drive, passion, and resolve. When you get to know me, you'll look at my parents through me. I learned from my mother what it meant to be selfless. She gave to my siblings and I every ounce of love she had in her body, whether that was running my brother Sharif across town to a basketball game, dropping him off, and then running back across town to drop my sister Kadira off at a track meet, pick me and my younger brothers up from a basketball camp or something like that, or my older sister Amina, who she's the oldest out of us all, who was playing at Clark Atlanta. She gave us everything she had, and every time I think about that word, selfless, I see my mother. My siblings, and it's a lot of us, all right, guys? All right? We could probably fill up a quarter of that Yingling Center, okay? But to my siblings, thank you for always being everything a brother could ask for. When I need to hear the truth, you guys tell it. When I needed support, you guys were right there cheering me on. When I needed unconditional love, you guys provided it. I love each and every one of you, and I strive to represent them every single day. Every single day. Because when you see me, you see my parents. When you see me, you see my brothers and sisters. I was surprised, my older brother Sharif, who has a pretty busy schedule, man. The dude gets out of car this morning. I'm like, hey, man, what are you doing here? He's got an NBA G League to run. I'm like, my man. And he's like, man, I wasn't missing this, okay? My father, he used to always tell us, you know, when you're making important decisions, you should always have counsel. You should always have a group of people that you call, say, hey, what do you think about this? He's the chairman of my council. And when I called him and I said, hey, man, what you think about this? And I told him everything that was going to come with it. This is no joke, his response. Hey, man, what are we talking about? I heard enough, to say the least. I've been really fortunate and blessed. You don't get to this stage in your career. You don't get these opportunities without having great people that you've worked with, great people that you learn from. Fellas, you hear guys say all the time, I'm self-made, I'm self-made, I'm self-made. Nobody's self-made. We all have someone, somebody, or something that has impacted us to be who we've become, okay? Tom Crean, who I worked for at the University of Georgia, I only worked with him 1 year, but it's amazing how just 1 year can have such an impact on your life. My year at Georgia with Coach Crean, it taught me how to be the example of staying true to your vision. I mean, Coach was relentless at it, you know, all the way down, guys. I'm serious, man. We practiced, we developed, but I mean, the music that he wanted played. Now, Coach is a lot more locked in than me, okay? I can't get that detailed in it, right? But it all mattered, right? He always said, it can't be a sense of urgency across the different aspects of our program. It has to be the same. It can't be anywhere that they hide. Man, I take it with me. I took it with me, and I've walked it every day. Billy Kennedy, who I've known since I was 13, when he recruited my brother Sharif to Cal Berkeley, he gave me my start in the business at Murray State, first as a GA, then as a coach. Moved me directly from a graduate assistant to an assistant coach I think I was probably 26, 27. I didn't know if I was coming or going half the time, but he trusted me because he knew how much I cared for his vision and he knew how much I cared for our players. He then brought me back with him at Texas A&M. And everywhere Coach and I have been together, we've won championships. Coach's demeanor, his faith, and who he is as a husband and father have had the biggest impact on me. Because before I can ever be a good example, good leader to these guys right here, I've got to be a great husband. I've got to be a great father to these great people sitting right here. It's too many to name, but the assistant coaches that I've worked with in the past have had such an impact on who I've become as a coach. I thank each and every one of you guys for pouring into me when I was a young assistant coach who thought he knew it all, to when I was a little bit more seasoned and I was a little bit more ready to hear your advice. I appreciate every single one of you guys. To the South Florida faculty, staff, and coaches, I am eager and excited to work side by side with you to promote this great community and this great university. Bull Nation, I cannot wait to get on campus and in the community and meet you all. Your energy, your enthusiasm, Luke and Jasmine, I just met you guys. I'm just telling you now, it will be a key part of the DNA that we put in this place to make that Yingling Center the best environment. And listen to what I'm saying. I'm not talking about in our conference. I'm talking about in the country. You'll hear me talk about, we don't want it to be good. We don't even want it to be great. We want it to be elite. It's a different level when you get to elite. But it takes everybody pulling in that same direction to get there. And as the men's basketball coach here, hey, I'm a partner. I'm a teammate, I should say. I'm somebody that will get out in the community with you, boots to the ground, and help you build this. So it's going to take everybody to get it there. To our former Bulls, see my man Chucky Atkins sitting back there. Chuck, man, I appreciate you being here, brother, more than you know. When I was a young assistant at the College of Charleston, I used to make the trek down and recruit the Orlando area, sign one of my favorite players I've ever coached, Joe Cheeley from Apopka, Florida. All right? But Chuck would allow me to come in his gym and recruit his guys, and he allowed me to stay in touch with them over the years. So being able to represent this university, I represent Chucky. I represent our former Bulls who have set the foundation and created the sense of pride here in South Florida. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys. We need you guys around to share your stories, to share your experiences, so our current Bulls know the men who wore the jersey before them and that care deeply about this program. It goes a long way. Aiden is going to be a big-time Bull one day. He's a little bit of a bear right now, though. All right, you guys will learn. All right. To our current players, thank you for your support, man. Thank you for trusting me to lead you. Understand this. I will be the example every day. I'm not going to I won't ever ask you to do something that, one, I wouldn't do, or one, that I'm not modeling for you every day. Understand that about me. But because I know that responsibility and I know who I am and I know what I'm going to bring, the standard that we'll hold and you'll be held to is one we got to meet every day. That may scare people, but trust me, if that's the standard you embrace, special things are going to happen at South Florida. I want to thank the high school coaches, the grassroots coaches, junior college coaches in this great state of Florida for their hard work and dedication. I want you to know our doors are always open to you. Don't call, just pop up. We'll be here. To every potential student athlete in the state of Florida, you will be our priority. We are going to build a fence around this deal. I say this humbly, I say it respectfully. You know, we got Florida and Miami and Florida State and all that good stuff. We want to be in those battles. We want to be in that conversation. We're coming. We're here. We will reach to some different areas based on our relationships, just how it is, okay? But, again, I want the players in the state of Florida to know we'll be in your gym before we ever ask you to come to campus. We'll be active on that recruiting trail. I promise you that. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the program that we'll have here at South Florida. Our core values will be built on the acronym of TRUTH. Trust, responsibility, unity, toughness, humility. In order to grow and get better, fellas, we must run to the truth. The people that tell you the truth are the people that care about you the most. It's one of the things you'll learn as you grow into men. Every day, we're going to stand on those core values. Every day, you'll be told the truth. Now, attitude and energy, you're going to hear that a lot. Why? It's two things we can control. There are no two better places to start than with our attitude and our energy. Those two areas will impact every aspect of our program because, fellas, it's not about what happens, but how we respond. And that's the one thing, when you look at our community, When you look at our campus, we will be a reflection of them. So how we respond to whether it's adversity, whether it's prosperity, we're going to reflect our community. All right? We talked a little recruiting earlier. I told you you're there. All right? We talked a little bit recruiting earlier, but we won't be outworked. Our staff will be familiar with every player from Tampa to Tallahassee, from Orlando to Miami. We will be relentless in the pursuit to attract the best of the best. Every player you hear, you ask, hey, what you looking for in a coach, or what you looking for in a program? First thing they always say, I want to get better. One of the great words of Doc Holliday. I love Westerns, by the way. I'll be your Huckleberry. All right? Fellas, our program will be built on player development. Understand this, from April to September, it's going to be all about you guys. Won't be a whole lot of team stuff. Yeah, we'll play, we'll teach you how to play, but we're going to work at getting each one of you guys better individually. Understand that. Style of play, simply put, it will be free-flowing and unselfish. And again, it will be a direct reflection of our campus, of our community. Because when you look at the Tampa Bay community, when you look at this USF campus, man, it's free-flowing. It is. It's unselfish. Look at this facility we're in. But it's hard working. It's blue collar. It's tough. It's about the right things. So again, I tell you now, get your hard hat and your lunch pail and get ready to go to work. Lastly, I saved this last part on purpose. So if I broke down, I wouldn't go through this press conference with red eyes. To my wife, Ari, whew, man. To my girls, Layla, Lana, the bear, Aiden. You all are my heart and soul. And one of the last notes my father wrote me, I think it was for my birthday, wrote this note, and he goes at the end of it, never back up on family life. That card sits on my desk every day. I look at that card every day because when my feet hit the ground in the morning, like I said, it won't be a day I'm gonna cheat you, because it won't ever be a day that I cheat them. Thank you to everyone that is here today. Golly, this is amazing. Noon, you could be eating lunch. So we got a burger fire on campus. I'll be there. For you guys to be here today to welcome a guy some of you just met for the first time today. Some of you guys are seeing me for the second time, but a lot of you, this is your first time ever seeing me, meeting me, hearing me speak. I don't take that for granted. Wherever I can be of service to you, because as a leader, I'm here to serve. Nobody's here to do things for me. Nobody works for me. We work together. They work with me. Fellas, I'm here to serve you. I'm just telling you now. And somebody talked about love earlier. I'll give you a little lesson in love I got from my parents. Man, I've learned love can come in a lot of different forms. Man, when I did well, when I was younger, man, my mom and dad, they were right. Man, give me a hug, boy, you did good. But when I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do, they had a different type of love they showed me. But that love put me where I am today. I'm going to wrap this thing up by saying this. When I got into coaching, I didn't get into coaching because I love the game. Yeah, I love it. I didn't get into coaching because I love watching basketball. I got into coaching because when I was a GA, I would sit around with the players in the apartments. Heck, I lived with two of them my first year, and I would hear the stories and the ambitions, you know, and of things they wanted, the goals. But their habits didn't match those words. I got into coaching the impact. We are going to teach life through this game. Because when you leave here, and anybody that's around our program, you are going to be a better person. We talked about player development. I can't get you better as a person without impacting you and getting you better as a I can't get you better as a player without impacting and getting you better as a person. So, again, with that being said, I'm a partner. I'm here to serve. You will see me in the community. You will see me on campus. You will see my staff and our players represent this university at the highest level. Because when that day comes, and it's going to come, I asked MK, you afraid of heights? Because you're going to have to get up on that ladder one day to cut down those nets. Go Bulls.
That's some good stuff right there. Quick recap. First of all, I want to say again, thank you to those of you that support us. It does not go unnoticed. As everybody said, to give up your afternoon and be here for the coach, for the program, we notice that. We appreciate that. Committed, accomplished, passionate, attitude, energy. Sitting in that front row right there. We found the very best person for the University of South Florida. The right person at the right time. That's key. There will not be a day that you get cheated. That's a great line. That's an awesome line. I don't know about you, but I'm pumped for the basketball season to start. I kept hearing from different people, this guy brings juice. I like his juice. And I'm ready for the basketball season to start. A few things before we let you go, and you can go about your afternoon. If you haven't renewed season tickets, by all means, go usfbulls.com. I think he's going to be a reason to do that again. Also, Michael Kelly talked about the NIL programs that we have. Please reach out to those folks. It's so important in today's day and age of college basketball. And again, thank you for coming out and supporting us. 221 days till November 6th, and that's the first day of basketball season. I'm counting it down. We got to make it through 31 more weekends, folks, and then we get college basketball again, all right? We're just about done. Some photo ops at the other end of the Muma Center with Coach and some other folks. But again, thank you for spending your afternoon with us, and go Bulls.